Hi guys! Welcome to my first ever YouTube channel video. Today I'm just going to tell you 30 facts about myself. Nothing too exciting, but it's probably the best way to start off. So my full name is Abby Catherine Strang, and I was born on the 24th of April 1996. So that's 2 facts already. Number 3, I'm a Taurus. My sign is a bull. I mean, when I found out, I was a bit like, oh, I'm a bull. But there's actually quite a lot of really good things about being a Taurus. I can be quite practical and responsible, sometimes, not all the time. I can be very devoted. I'm reliable. I think people can always rely on me if they ever really need a shoulder to cry on, or if they sort of need something. I'll usually, if I can, drop things and just go straight to them and give them all my attention. The really bad thing about being a Taurus is that I can be really, really stubborn. And I always say, I'm not stubborn, I'm not moody, blah, blah, blah. But that's just how I am. I am really stubborn at times and just have to get over it. Number 4, I'm from Edinburgh, the lovely capital of Scotland. Lots of history. It's tiny. When you know somebody, you'll know somebody else. Yeah, so it's just how it is. It's a really good city to live in. Absolutely love it. Number 5. I've been in a relationship for about 5 years now. The only relationship I've been in. And it's going well, very, very well. Yeah, we met in Liverpool. He's a good boyfriend. He fits the description well. Number 6. I moved down to England about 3 years ago now. Coming up for 3 years. I moved down to Oxford for a bit, and then I moved to Swindon. I moved down just to be sort of closer to James because we were a long distance relationship. I had just graduated, so I thought there's nothing keeping me in Scotland. So I just moved down, and yeah, I enjoyed it. I was down there for about a year. So yeah, and then I moved back up to Scotland because I missed home. I miss my mammy. There's a really big difference in, not cultures, but just atmosphere, that's the word. Atmosphere. There's a different atmosphere between where I was living in Swindon and sort of Oxford, that sort of area, and up in Scotland, and I just didn't really like it. Maybe it's just the fact that I'm still quite young. I didn't really sort of fit in as much as what I thought I would. So I moved home with my parents, and my boyfriend actually moved up with me, so that was nice. And now we're back in Edinburgh. I'm back in the city centre because I like having things right on my doorstep. Number 7. Number 7. My favourite place in the UK has to be a place up north called Abbey Moor. It's a beautiful outdoors sort of little town. I'd say it's a town now. It's a lovely little town, and I used to go up about 2 times a year when I was younger. I used to go up at springtime and at the end of summer, start of autumn. I used to do like different activities, go canoeing, archery. I used to love playing archery, and just like rock climbing and stuff like that. It was really, really fun. Now it's number 8. Number 8. I used to study music, so I graduated with a degree in honours in performing arts. Performance. And I studied for 2 years at college called the Academy of Music and Sound. That was based in Edinburgh, and then for my 3rd year I studied through the college, but it was with Wolverhampton. It wasn't the best experience of my life. I wouldn't really recommend anybody doing a uni course to do another college or uni. It's just, I didn't get the best experience I could have got. Enough said, I've got my degree. I don't use it just because the music industry is really hard to sort of break. I've like been a different path, and so far I'm happy. It pays the bills what I'm doing, so yeah, I'm happy. At number 9, I used to have a pet rabbit. Well, it wasn't baby, but it was a little black little rabbit. He was called Sooty Strang. I had him for about 9 years. I don't even know if 9 years old is even an old age for a rabbit. I don't think it is. Number 10, my favourite wild animal. I have 2. I'm only meant to have 1, but I'm going to tell you 2. I love cheetahs and I love elephants. I just love watching the documentaries about them. I just find them so fascinating. They're just amazing creatures, both of them. My actual favourite animal for like pet in the house is a rabbit or dogs. I absolutely love dogs. I've never had a dog before. My parents aren't really the fondest of animals being in the house, but my dad is coming along to the idea of getting a dog, so you never know. Number 11, my favourite sort of food would have to be Italian food. Anything Italian. Pizza, pastas. If we're going out for dinner, I'm like, Italian, has to be. Number 12, My favourite type of music has to be pop, because it just gets you up and dancing and makes you feel good about yourself. Yeah, it's just fun. I love having fun. So yeah, definitely pop music. Number 13, my favourite artist, and if you know me you'll probably know who that is already, would be Taylor Swift. When she hit that stupid Reputation stage and I was like, no, this is not Taylor Swift. I was like sort of lost interest. But then all of a sudden she came back and she brought out the Lover album and I was like, this is the Taylor that I love. I was like, yeah, she's back. So yeah, she's regained my trust again. Number 14, my favourite band. Now I thought long and hard about this and I couldn't really think of just one. So yeah, it has to be Busted and McFly. I've always had a thing for them. Like every time I listen to their music, I'm always dancing. They've just brought out such good tracks. Number 15, my favourite place to buy clothes. I love online shopping, so yeah, ASOS. I love New Look, Urban Outfitters, Pull & Bear. I remember going into my first one in Bristol and I absolutely loved it. So definitely on my list of favourite places to shop. Number 16, I have 7 tattoos. Most of them are really small. They're in places that you can't see. Number 17, my biggest fears. One of my biggest fears has to be snakes. I can't even watch them on TV. If people talk about them, I'm like, oh, sorry, I'm just moving a bit. What else do I not like? I don't like walking home or walking to things in the morning. When the city's deserted, I absolutely hate walking through it, just really freaks me out. And I don't like spiders, but I can deal with spiders more than snakes. But it's still up there with one of my worst fears. Is definitely spiders, snakes, and walking about a city centre that's deserted. Number 18, something I am obsessed with. I can't say that. One thing that I am obsessed with has to be One thing that I'm obsessed with has to be Disney Plus right now. Always on it, watching something new or watching something that I've saw before. Came out at such a perfect time. Number 19, my favourite TV shows will have to be Friends. I don't think there would be anybody that doesn't like Friends. So Friends, Pretty Little Liars, Gossip Girl, Prison Break. If you've not watched Prison Break, you need to go watch it. It's really good. It's on Netflix. I remember when I first watched it and I was literally on the edge of my seat. Season 1, you're like, oh, what's going to happen? If you've not seen Prison Break, go on Netflix now and watch it. Number 20, something that I am excited about when lockdown will be over. Just putting it out there. I have enjoyed the time off, but at the same time I'm starting to get a little bit bored of it. Number 21, I am a barista. That's what I do for a living. I work for Costa Coffee and I am an assistant manager for one of the stores in Edinburgh. Love the job. You meet so many amazing people. Everybody's just got a completely different personalities and I just love it. Number 22, I have 2 dream holidays. So one of them is to visit all of the Disney parks around the world. The second dream is to go on a big massive safari trip. I think it'd just be amazing. Probably start crying. Number 23, something that I couldn't live without, my phone. I mean, everything's on my phone, like, I think everybody's the same. I'm not the only one, so. 24, my favourite colours are pink and purple. Number 25, I'm going to tell you the 2 Disney parks I have visited. So the first one would be Walt Disney World in Florida, but I can't remember anything. I was only 2 years old. The second park I've been to is Disneyland Paris, so that's my home park. I've been in 2001. I remember one day it was absolutely pouring down with rain and I remember having to put all these massive ponchos on. The second time I was with my school in 2013. We went for a business trip. And yeah, I can remember most stuff from that trip, but a lot of it was a bit of a blur because it was so quick. The trip was just like gone in a flash. Number 26, my favourite movie has to be Lizzie McGuire. I remember that was probably one of the first movies that I actually ever bought. It's such a feel-good film. Hey now, hey now. Number 27, tea or coffee? Coffee. I work at a coffee shop. I don't drink coffee at work. I like making it. Number 28, Samsung or Apple. I've never ever owned a Samsung product before, so it has to be Apple. And I'm even using my MacBook for questions, well, or notes. And number 30, we're on the last one. What is my favourite season? And it has to be Christmas. There's just this magical and everything's lit up, and I've always got this thing as well where every year, we didn't do it last year, but every year I like to go to different Christmas market. I remember when I lived in England, I went to like 3 ones, to Oxford, Bath and Bristol. So the one in Bath is amazing. If you've never been to the one in Bath, you have to go. It's just so pretty. So that's it guys, that is my first YouTube video done. Well, that was fun, and yeah, thanks for taking the time to watch my video. Hope to see you soon, and stay safe. Bye!